And we're back. Hello everybody, DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to some more Mass Effect 2 with Melinda Shepard and crew. And we are fighting the fucking Praetorian, which I'm probably going to call a Praetorian accidentally more than a few bloody times. That's just how I fucking roll. Last time we left off, we were doing that, which is why I'm on the pause menu, because this fight is a bitch and a half. And also, I should let you know, I decided to quote-unquote cheat a little bit here, and I did a good chunk of the next try of this fight off camera, so that I could get its health down to a certain point, and hopefully do reasonably okay at it, which I've done, just because I wanted to remove the filler of me dying a whole load that you inevitably have to deal with whenever I do this battle, just because I'm not very good at it. So now, it's at a fairly low health, so we need to get its barrier down again, so that I can actually do damage to that thing. Fortunately, we have the collector energy cannon thing for when its barrier does come down. And what do you know? Hold that thought. I need to fall back. Come on, baby. Let's get it as much as we can with this. And I do believe that thing has just gone deadified. I take that back. It has its barrier. It does indeed. But it has basically the equivalent of 1 health left at the moment. So maybe if I pray hard enough, I can live through this. But Christ on a bike, this is a tough fight. Yes, I just said Christ on a bike. Blame Hellfire Commentaries for that particular statement, because they're the ones who introduced me to it. Now die, you son of a bitch. Die. I ain't gonna miss you. You cost me way too much ammo and sanity for me to miss your ass. Now die, collector scum. Die. Die repeatedly, multiple times, and in several alternate dimensions to several different Shepards. Fuck you bastards for bringing that goddamn Praetorian here. Fuck you. Oh, god damn it. Afraid it's a little too late for that.
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something.
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
Yeah, you did, Shep.
Shepard. Wait. I know that name.
Insert
Sure,
awkward reunion time
some type of big
here.
Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan. And a ghost.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Shepard. We all did.
You don't sound too happy to see me. Something bothering you, Caden?
Yeah, something's bothering me. I spent the past 2 years believing you were dead. Thought we had something, Shepard.
Gotta be honest, I do not like
thinking you were dead
the way the reactions work.
Why didn't you try to contact me? Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
Okay. I gotta be honest, this conversation, I'm not a fan of the way it plays out, and the fact that you can't explain to Ashley or Caden, whichever one it is, exactly what went down. I mean, I get that you probably don't want to give a lot of details because of not trusting Cerberus, but still, they could have given you the option to explain in more detail why you were gone and why you didn't contact them. And at least try and get them to relate. I mean, I understand why they don't, but I think the way that Shepard explains it is pretty shitty, and that's part of the reason why this goes as badly as it does, quite honestly. But anyways, back to the conversation at hand. The very, very awkward conversation.
Not my choice. I spent the last 2 years in some kind of coma while Cerberus rebuilt me.
You're with Cerberus now. Garrus, too. I can't believe the reports were right.
Reports? You mean you already knew?
Alliance intel thought Cerberus might be behind the missing human colonies. I got a tip this colony might be the next one to get hit. Anderson stonewalled me.
That's
But there were
a
rumors
bit
that you weren't dead.
convenient.
You were working for the enemy.
That's a bit convenient that the Alliance suddenly mysteriously gets a tip about what's going to happen. I'm not buying it. I sense Timmy Boy's involvement in this. Okay, we're not going to say that Cerberus isn't the enemy, because from Shepard's perspective, they very much are the enemy. They're just one we're choosing not to fight at the moment because we have bigger fish to fry. And if you want to get technical about it, we do work for Cerberus. We are taking a paycheck from them to supply our mission, and they provided our crew. That's the very definition of working for someone. That really only leaves us with one option left. I suppose we know why Caden's on Horizon now, don't we?
Building the defense towers was just a cover story. The Alliance sent you here to investigate me, didn't they?
I was here for Cerberus. You were just a rumor. I wanted to believe you were alive, but I never expected anything like this. You turned your back on everything we believed in. You betrayed the Alliance. You betrayed me.
Caden, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. They could be using the threat of a Reaper to manipulate you. What if they're behind it? What if they're working with the Collectors?
Damn it, Caden. You're so focused on Cerberus that you're ignoring the real threat.
You're letting how you feel about their history get in the way of the facts.
Maybe. Or maybe you feel like you owe Cerberus because they saved you. Maybe you're the one who's not thinking straight. You've changed. But I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
Okay. Quite frankly, as much as Shepard probably would love to have Caden with her, I don't think she wants to put him in a position where he has to compromise his loyalties or deal with Cerberus on a regular basis, because it already makes us rather sick to have to do that, so we don't want to put him in that position. So we're just going to bid him farewell and good luck. So goodbye, Caden, and I wish you luck.
So long, Caden.
Goodbye, Shepard. And be careful.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Relationship issues. Don't you just love them? They're so spectacular, ain't they? Well, we leveled up. Collectors escaped with approximately 1/3 of Horizon's population. Front corporations will funnel supplies and monetary aid to colonial survivors. Collector leader Harbinger demonstrates a personal interest in Shepard. Unclear whether his ability to possess his minions is cybernetic override, indication of hive mind among collectors, or even Reaper technology at work. Salvage teams captured Collector bodies for study. We picked up the Collector particle beam, which is going to be a very nice little toy to play with. Collector biotic damage and heavy skin we've collected. Cerberus funding, 30 grand. We found 21,000 credits. That's nice. And a bit of platinum. Okay, and I'm going to wait to explain my side of that whole Caden Horizon thing until we get through another story point just after I hit exit. Because it's going to be a rather lengthy explanation. At least lengthy from some people's perspective. So I don't want anything getting in the way of that, and this isn't exactly a good venue to do it from.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
Yeah, about that.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the Collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony, and more than we've accomplished since the abductions began.
That's not good
the
enough.
The Collectors will be more
and
careful
you're a creepy bastard
I think we can find
with
another way
robo
to avoid
eyes.
Caden said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I have a feeling it was.
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony, just to lure the Collectors there?
A calculated risk. I suspected the Collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and Collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
Why, you arrogant, smarmy, self-obsessed bastard. I've mentioned before that I do not like Timmy Boy in the slightest, and right here you get a damn good indication as to why I don't like him. Let me put it to you this way, for the history-minded amongst you. Joseph Stalin would have thought the elusive man was a great person, and invited him to all his parties. And then had him killed. That should explain it. And to put it in more details, he's an arrogant, amoral, self-obsessed son of a bitch, who is willing to go to literally any lengths to accomplish his objectives, no matter how distasteful they are. And Melinda Shepard does not like that approach. I mean, sure, we've done some unpleasant things before. Case in point, Torfin, but never to the extremes that he seems to be willing to go. So it's honestly kind of disturbing to see.
We have to make sure they don't abduct anyone else.
I want the Collectors stopped for that very reason.
I have a feeling you're
That's why we're doing
bullshitting
this,
me,
Shepard.
Timmy boy.
I'm devoting all
I
resources
hope
to
you
finding a way
aren't,
through
but
the
I
Omega
think you
4 relay.
are.
We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back.
And that
The same goes for
statement,
you.
by the
Can I
way,
assume you
is
put your
code
past
for
relationships behind you?
loyalty missions go now. As for my past relationships, you can fuck right off, Timmy boy.
None of your damn business.
If it affects the mission, better you should leave it behind. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be
we're
fully
going
committed
to
to this.
make it there and come back. And fuck what you think of me saying that.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best.
Well, to quote
I've
Han
forwarded
Solo,
3 more dossiers.
never tell
Keep
me
building
the
your team while
odds.
I find a way through the relay.
Never.
Be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
They're powerful, but we've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is, too. Getting some closure, you know?
Well, now we are done with Horizon. And that is the beginning of what I like to call Act 2 of the game. Act 1 is essentially everything before you hit Horizon. And Act 2 is everything after. Because I like to, in my head, and the game kind of does this too, separate the game into acts. And the way I put it is Act 1 is from when you hit the new game button all the way up until you finish Horizon. Act 2 is right after Horizon to another collector-related mission. Act 3 is after that related mission to another major story mission. And then the epilogue is basically the assault on the Collector's home base. That's the way I describe it. And we are into Act 2 now. I need to go and do some shopping for more upgrades and stuff on the Citadel where I can. For now, get me some biotic duration, please. Or biotic damage, rather. And I'll unlock biotic duration. As I'm going to pick up as many upgrades as I can possibly get. Just to make us as badass as possible. Prototypes. That's heavy skin weave for plus 20% health. We die plenty, so having some more health is going to be quite handy to have in order to keep on living. Heavy bone weave, less damage from melee attacks. Not super ultra mega useful, just because I don't get melee attacked by a lot of enemies, minus Krogan of course. So it's not going to be insanely helpful, but I do want to have it regardless. Anyways, what have we got for journal stuff now? Couple of recruitments that we can go off and do. And Miranda and Jacob's loyalty missions have unlocked. But, you see, the thing with loyalty missions is that the way I run the loyalty missions and stuff, I tend to prefer to do them all at once in a great big block, rather than doing them as they become available. And we've also unlocked access to Lair of the Shadow Broker, which is a piece of DLC for the game, and one of my favorites because it involves Liara, and Liara is a badass. She really is. But, and let's just pick up charge before I get into this. We're going to go for heavy charge. As I was saying about Lyra the Shadow Broker, the thing is, it has some heavy relation to an event, a series of events, or side quests, if you will, on Ilium, which I haven't done yet, because up until this point in the game, you can't visit Ilium. Anywho.
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Caden Alenko was there. How did that go?
It was good to see him.
Do you have strong feelings for him?
Caden's an incredible man. I didn't like saying goodbye.
I'm sorry. Parting ways with someone so close is never easy.
I appreciate that, but I'll be okay.
Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Operative Lawson would like to see you at her station on the crew deck. Operative Taylor would like to see you over in the armory. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Alrighty then.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
We're going to head up to our quarters. And I'll check out the messages, minus the Overlord and Lyra the Shadow Broker ones, because I only want to check those once they become relevant. So I won't be looking at those two. But there are 3 here that I'm going to read, just for lore purposes. From Mr. Ganak Edgehall Esquire. Dear Sir or Madam, oh, I think I know where this one's going. Having consulted with my colleagues at the Citadel, I have the privilege to request for your assistance to transfer a large quantity of Prothean technology uncovered at Ilos. Believing these materials to be a hazardous danger, they were locked in quarantine. Even though tests revealed that the fears were groundless, the quarantine remains in effect until one can pay for a permit to request a reclassification from the Cultural Ministry. Knowing of your interest in Prothean technology, I'd be happy to deliver most of it into your hands, keeping less than half for myself. As a Batarian, I cannot engage in Council official activities. If you transfer the 20,000 credits required to me, this exchange could be made in your name, enabling us both to profits from this happy incident. Please respond urgently with your credit account transfer information. Best regards, Ganak Edgehall. Yeah, apparently, even at this point in the Mass Effect universe, we still have spam messages of people trying to get you to give up stupid amounts of money for something that's obviously fake. Which is kind of hilarious, quite honestly. Anyways, next message. Title Untitled. From Error Invalid Sender Name. Hey Shepard, I heard I have you to thank for getting out of purgatory. Sent a ship to round me up, but they didn't weapons check good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine into my next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead? Haha. You did take a shot at me, though, on my way out, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me that you let anyone hurt you, they get ideas, so you make sure to send a message. Not like I'm sending now, though. See you around. The people who live here are coming back, and it's showtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure you find it before I find you, Billy. Oh, it's that guy, is it? Quite honestly, I'm pretty sure if I had the option to make this kind of choice in-game, Shepard would have blown up the life pods or something, because they are full of ruthless criminals and the like. Not exactly the kind of people you want to be helping out. Next message from Robin Reeve. Commander, the Alliance soldier here gave me this contact information. I hope this reaches you. You said you were trying to stop those collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Do you know where they are? I know you're looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family lost someone, and the children are the worst. Empty desks at the schools, winter clothes that never got worn. Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything. The Council isn't doing anything. If you can find our people, I'm begging you to do something. Tell me something I can do. Tell me anything. Robin Reed. Aww. Now I'm kind of sad, honestly. It's a little bit depressing. It really is kind of depressing. But now, I think it's a good place to talk about the whole Kaidan thing, because I said I would. Once I feed my fish. Or not, because they died last time and I haven't replaced them yet. God damn it. Anyways, I honestly don't blame Kaidan for being kind of skeptical of what Shepard was telling him, even though we know it to be true. And a lot of what I'm going to be saying here is going to be pretty heavily quoted from Squee's old reaction video from way back when, of Smud Boy's quote-unquote reviews, which were essentially just saying how Mass Effect 2 was the worst game in existence. So I'm going to be quoting heavily from Squee's response to that, inadvertently, albeit, just because I agree with basically everything in it. Anyways, I don't actually blame Kaidan for being skeptical of what Shepard was saying, because we are, as far as Kaidan's aware, working with a terrorist organization. Because remember the kind of things that Cerberus was doing in the original Mass Effect? They are a terrorist organization, no two ways about it. So Shepard just suddenly turns up and says that they brought us back from the dead. And for one thing, as far as we're aware, people don't come back from the dead, not even in the 22nd century. And for another thing, not only do people not come back from the dead, but Cerberus, the people who were experimenting with Rachni and Thorian creepers, because they thought it would be fun or some shit. That's not the kind of people you trust to bring someone back from the dead in the same mindset and psychological state they were in before they died. For all he knows, Cerberus could have put some kind of mind control chip in Shepard's head, or something to that effect. So I would say he has very good reason to be skeptical that what we're saying is the truth, or even if it is, that we are working with Cerberus for the reasons we say we are. And I'm sure after he calms down and has a chance to think things over, outside of the admittedly extremely heated circumstances that we had our reunion in, that Kaidan is going to realize that things are essentially what we said they were, after he has a chance to think them over and talk with some people. So that's why I'm not upset about him getting all pissy at us, even if it was a bit awkward from Melinda Shepard's perspective. But I think I'm going to cut this episode here. So, you've been watching Mass Effect 2, and I hope you'll join me next time, where we will most likely chat up some of the members of our crew, and then head off to Ilium to recommence recruitment for our squad for Operation Murder the Collector's Faces. If you've enjoyed this, then please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then.